started the tractor, within seconds, the gauge that I have plumbed in here, again, we were shooting for over here in this range 135 to 165, I think the book said. It almost pegged the gauge. It was like almost 600. This gauge goes to 600. That needle was way over here. So way too high a pressure. Like it's screaming high. So I read the book because I know I'm going to get chewed out at. So I read the book. And it said if the pressure is too high, then I need to do something with the, hang on, it's called the regulating valve. Whew. So it says that the improper spring tension on the regulating valve. I can't believe we have the wrong setting or the wrong spring, so I'm betting it's either just plugged, the spring's not moving, I don't know. To be fair, me and Cam did not have that particular part apart. We had the piston out of the brake band, and we had the spool out, but in between those two is the regulating valve. It's in there with a little C-clip. I'm very sure we did not have that out. So either we disturbed it or what have you. But I'm gonna ask Corey this question. I'm afraid I know the answer, but the PTO's got to come back out. The PTO clutch has to come out because that spool is in the far side of that and you can't get to it in the tractor. It'd be just too complicated. So I'm gonna ask Corey if he has ever taken the PTO valve, the PTO clutch out of the side hole where the hydraulic pump is. But I'm pretty sure he's gonna say no. So we're splitting the tractor. So kind of a bummer, but you know what? It's only March. I still got a lot of time before this tractor needs to be done for any kind of tractor pull work or parades. And honestly, when we get all done, it's going to be right. So I guess the next step, drain the oil. Well, I'm going to go talk to Corey, and I'm going to go talk to Corey. You can stay running? My battery just died twice in a row. I don't know. It's probably these cheap batteries. I'm gonna go talk to Corey, and I'm very sure I might even call Cam to see what he thinks, but I think we're splitting the tractor. Luckily, we don't have to split it here. We only have to split it here. So it's not that bad. The biggest pain is going to be the two brake lines, and over on the other side, all that hydraulic stuff is going to have to come back off. The lines that go under the fuel tank are going to have to come off. There's just so much stuff over here, and I literally was real meticulous about putting this together. All the linkages got to come off. These lines, this line, this line, this line. There's two lines back here. There's a little linkage there. All of that. All of it has to come off. There's a whole day just getting that far. And then at least I don't need the splitting stand. I think me and Cam can just use that gantry again, and we'll just walk that out, pull the PTO out, pull that regulating valve out, and just see what happened. Might be something in there. So okay, I will report back what Corey says tomorrow. Okay, next day. I'm still sick, but I read the book. Art would be proud. He says he's trying to make me better by making me read the book. He's right. So check this out. There's three diagrams here that are all the same. This one here is just the shading of the oil path. This is oil flow PTO stopped, oil flow PTO operating, and this one is diff lock down etc., etc. And I know it's hard to say, so I might just scan this and put it up on my screen that you guys are watching, but basically the oil goes from the hydraulic pump to a regulating valve that is in conjunction with the diff lock. And then from there, oil either goes to the diff lock or it goes to the dual power transmission regulating valve. And then after that, it goes up into the rear end of the tractor and it gets to the spool. What's my camera doing? It gets to the spool that I can see in the back of the tractor actuating back and forth. I found that. And then also when I was in the troubleshooting section of this, there's only one paragraph that mentions anything about pressure being too high. And it's very black and white. It says the regulating valve on the PTO clutch itself, on the PTO housing, is blocked. I feel like that's my problem. So the book says I have to go into the PTO housing and take that regulating valve out. In order to do that, you gotta split it. That sucks. But whatever. That's the game, that's the rules, that's what we do. Sucks, but it should come right apart. Luckily, we don't have to split it at the ahead of the transmission, so splitting it behind the transmission is not going to be that bad. Other than I got to take all of that hydraulic stuff back off. That's the valve, all of the linkages, the hoses that go to the remotes, the steel lines that come up here to the front. Like, man, what a bummer. But tractor like this with no PTO is pretty useless. So I might as well not go any further forward until the PTO works. I also called Cam, by the way. Cam is very curious. You know, he thinks he did something wrong, and I don't think he did. But he also said that there's two regulating. He literally word for word said what Corey said. So Cam said too, let's do the easy one first, even if we don't think that's it. Because what if? So you never know. What if there's a blockage? Blah, blah, blah. We'll see. Neither Cam nor Corey thought we could get that PTO housing out of the side hole where the hydraulic pump is. And I got the book right here. Here's the PTO. I'll try to screenshot these, but the valve that I'm after is in this nub right here. It's these pieces right here. This regulating valve. When I read the book, it's right it's in the side of this thing. This regulating valve right here, when you read the book, there's only one troubleshooting line that says pressure too high, and it says in the PTO clutch, the regulating valve is either stuck or broken. So the book says right there, that's my problem. And this is buried inside the tractor. When me and Cam had this out, we changed this brake band, and then this spool here that goes in the top, we cleaned that. Other than that, we didn't do anything to this. Didn't suspect any reason to. We didn't even take this piston out for the brake. But anyway, that regulating valve, it takes pressure, that 600 pounds of pressure that's going up to it. What it does is the spring maintains 135 to 165 psi, and whatever extra, it just dumps it back into the sump. So you're only putting that much pressure into the brake or that much pressure into the clutch. For some reason, oil is not going to either. I feel like the tractor is sending oil up that tube, but for some reason that valve is not splitting the oil. So I don't know. I think it's stuck shut. So we gotta split it. Hopefully we can do it without the splitting stand. I don't really want to borrow that again. I think with my gantry back there, I think that'll be more than enough to split this thing. Just as long as this piece here doesn't tip over. But I'm thinking with the 2 hoists I have on my gantry, we could just, keep it straight up that way. But it's quite the bummer. I'm kind of bummed, but because instead of going forward, we gotta go backward. And splitting it ain't gonna be too bad. It's getting all them hydraulics back off the side. Man, I spent a day, me and Grant spent a day putting that together, and now I gotta take it all back apart. I think I gotta take the fuel tank off because those hydraulic lines are under it. This is just gonna be a nightmare. But hey, look at the fun we're having. Maybe I'll have Dale come up and help me. Dual power still works. And I just hit the buttons and I could hear it laboring. And the gauge drops when you hit the dual power, then it goes right back up. Same with diff lock. I hit the diff lock, pressure drops down to where it's supposed to, right back up. So the system is deadheading, and the PTO still doesn't work. So I called Cam. He agreed and he nodded that I've done as many checks as I possibly can, and there's nothing more we can do other than we got to get all the way into that regulating valve on the PTO clutch support. It's actually pointed straight at the bottom of the seat. It's on top of that support in there, but it's held in with a retaining clip, which is nothing more than a 1/4 inch snap ring, like a little E-clip. There ain't no way you're gonna reach in and try to mess with that. So we're gonna split it. Gotta just unhook everything. So yeah, this will make for more good content. I'm not sure we're gonna make our first parade with it. We might have to come up with different tractors for the parade. Have to use the 7,000. We got a 7,000, a 5,000. Got my Massey. We got plenty of tractors, I guess, but this one would just be cool to have done. Okay, I'm going in the house. I will record when it's time to split it. Wah, wah. Boo. Okay, welcome back. Little update. As you can see, the tractor is split. Got bored over the weekend, and with the help of my gantry crane and my 2 chain hoists, I split the tractor, and I believe we have found the problem. You guys see this little regulator here? This goes in the side of the housing right here. I'm sorry it's dark. And the PTO, the hydraulic line that feeds the PTO goes through this. And best I could tell, oil was getting to this, but oil was not going through this. So I did get this out through the side hole of the tractor after I took the pump out. And I was playing around with it. I put a small screwdriver in here, and it was kind of stuck shut, but it didn't take much to get it open. And it had like a little catch in it. Like I could feel it was kind of caught on something, but the more I played with it, the better it got. So I was tempted to put it back in. But then I remembered getting yelled at by Corey and getting yelled at by Art. And them 2 guys are like, you gotta split the tractor. So to do what the book says, that if you have too much pressure, you have to check the regulating valve in the PTO, which, by the way, is in here. Here's the PTO that me and Cam put in. The regulating valve is right there. This regulating valve that's in this block sets the hydraulic pressure for the whole hydraulic system. That is a spring and a ball, and it maintains 165 psi pressure all the time. Best I can tell, oil was not getting there, and the only thing between the pump and that is this thing. So I split the tractor just to get this pump out, because once I got this far, I was only 6 bolts away from having the tractor split, and with my gantry crane it made it quite easy. So I took the PTO out, the PTO clutch out, just to verify that I'm on the right track. And I checked the spool. I actually put compressed air in this, and I could actually make the brake work, and by moving the spool I could also make the clutch work. So the regulating valve that's in this PTO moves very freely. I don't think that is our issue at all. I simply think this thing wasn't getting oil. This thing here was stuck when I took it out. These are no longer available. This thing is $500. There's 3 in the country. We didn't even bother checking those dealerships because Corey saw what we were doing. And he was like, you're wasting your time. Just put an elbow in it. Don't worry about it. That's Corey. So I have in my hand, this elbow here. It converts it from 1/8" pipe to 7/16, 24, I think, inverted flare. Corey said just take that regulating valve out and just put an elbow in. I confirmed with Cam and Art and everybody agrees that regulating valve is a safety feature to not burn up the PTO, and it makes the tractor drivable if you happen to be getting low on pressure. So that's what we're gonna do. I got Cam and I think Dale's coming over, and we're going to, I asked them to help me put the tractor back together. I have an elbow right here. We're just gonna put that in place, just bypass that regulator altogether, and we're gonna see if that works. I did not film splitting the tractor. You guys saw me and Cam do that once, and to be honest, with them guys coming, I ain't gonna wanna bother with recording us putting it back together. Again, you've already seen that once. So I'm gonna run the turbo heater for a few minutes to try to warm it up. Them guys are gonna come. We're gonna throw this thing back together. Hopefully I can get it started. Fingers crossed, PTO works. So that's the update for now. We'll get it together and I'll record it.